Alright, today I'm going to do something that a lot of people have asked me about. I've been asked the question many times, Gamo Varmint Hunter or Remington Vantage, which would I prefer or suggest? Well, they are both meant for different things, so I can't really suggest one because just they're nothing alike. First of all, let's start by saying I found that the most accurate pellets so far out of the Vantage are the Crosman pointed hunting pellets, and out of the Varmint Hunter, the Premier hollow points. Now, why they're in a plastic bag is because for some reason the tins that they come in are always bending and breaking, so you can't open them, so I just put them in a plastic bag immediately. The stock on my Varmint Hunter, I completely camouflaged. Basically, I took some brown spray paint, some white spray paint, and some leaves. The black that you see is from the original stock, and then I just basically camoed it. Alright, let's go ahead and just run down the barrels. We'll start from the top of the guns and go down. Alright, open sights. Vantage has one, Varmint Hunter doesn't. Varmint Hunter has a fluted barrel, which I really like. This polymer casing, both 177s, but I really like the polymer casing. This is just a plain barrels out right there, but it has open sights, which is nice. We move along down. It's got a fully adjustable rear sight, which is now broken but was very accurate. And the breech is that kind of squarish thing, but basically the barrel ends there and then it turns into the breech. With the Varmint Hunter, comes up here, plastic synthetic stock, very, very tough synthetic stock, very well made. But basically the barrel comes up here and the breech is still part of the barrel. I like that a little better for some reason. I kind of find it to be nicer. I don't know why. But the bottom, as you can see on both of them, is pretty plain. The Gamo has this fake magazine, but I don't really care. I mean, it's just there for show. Alright, then the scopes. This one, they both came with 4x32s. Both of them came with 4x32. Both of them were garbage. So I upgraded both of them. This has a Leapers 3-9x40. This has a BSA 3-9x40. This has see-through scope caps. This one has the flip-up scope caps. I don't really care much for either of the scope caps. Neither of them are adjustable. Objective are really just plain. I like this scope on the Varmint Hunter better because you just screw these off. I'll do it for you. And you've got finger turn windage, or windage and elevation. And that means you don't need your little Allen wrench for these. This one obviously holds 0 a little longer, but that one's, not bad. If you're going out somewhere hunting, you'll probably want that one so you can just adjust it if it gets unzeroed. Scope mounts. This is a one-piece mount. The Gamo Varmint Hunter does not come with it. The entire scope setup was garbage, so I got rid of it. I got this one-piece mount and mounted it on there, very secure. This is a kind of an unsecure one, which I made secure, so it's secure. This one, I did put a scope stop on. This one deserves one, but I only had one scope stop. Alright, moving along down to the triggers. Trigger on the Vantage, I would say it's worse than the Gamos. All Gamo triggers, it's worse than them. It's terrible, terrible trigger. Does that affect how it shoots? Not terribly. Not terribly at all. And the Gamo Varmint Hunter's trigger is your average Gamo trigger. So it's obviously not the nicest. We'll move along. We'll start with, now we'll do the entire stock basically. This is a very nice feeling wood. No cheek piece, no cheek rest. There's a little thing right there which is kind of accompany your palm when you put it on. It's alright. There's no rubberized, there's no grips on this at all. It's very plain, which is kind of representative of the price for only $150 or something. It's a very cheap gun, so what do you expect? And you can go and get it without the scope for $110, and you've got yourself a good deal. This one, the Gamo, you can't see it anymore, but there is a grip there. It's not a rubberized grip. It's in the stock. It's pressed into the stock when they make it. It's pretty good. I guess you could call it a very nice grip. It's up there too, all the way right there. And this has a cheek piece, as I told you. It's ambidextrous cheek piece, meaning it's on both sides, so you can shoot if you're a lefty or a righty and you have a cheek piece. It's got your beautiful Gamo stock, very solidly built. That's one thing that Gamo really excels at, is making their synthetic stocks. That is their strong point right there. Recoil pad. This one is a ventilated rubber recoil pad. One thing I like about this, you can actually, if you're going out hunting, stick your pellets in there. You can actually fit them in there, and that's a really good pellet holder because it's on both sides. So you flip it over, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you have 14 altogether. You can hold 14 pellets, and if you stick one in the barrel. So if you're going out and you don't want to take a tin of pellets, you can just slide them in there, and it actually works. I've done it before. This one is just a rubber thing. It's really just a rubber butt plate. It's not ventilated or anything, so it's just there. They both feel about the same. This one's got a little thing on the back. So does that. It's kind of like a grippy thing. Altogether, they're both made very well. Now I'm going to talk about the POU. You may have heard it if you watch some of Nothing Fancy. If you watch his podcasts, it's the philosophy of use. Let's go to the Gamo Varmint Hunter first. Varmint Hunter. That's what it is meant to do. This is not... Let me rephrase that. It's meant for pest control. It's not meant for hunting. This thing has got so much power, and it generates so much foot-pounds of energy in a 177. I think it's about 15 foot-pounds of energy. I don't know exactly, but I think it's around 13 to 15. That's a lot of foot-pounds of energy for a 177. That's easily enough to hunt to do pest control. Now, I don't want to say hunt because it's not. I haven't found a very accurate pellet out of it. What I have found is that at 30, 40, 50, 60 yards consistently, I can hit a target the size of a squirrel with ease with this gun. So for pest control, this is really a great gun. For hunting, not so much, because most of it's got so much power, but you're going to hit their heart area, and you're probably going to wreck a lot of the meat. So this is very good for if you're going to do pest control. Not that good if you're going to do target hunting or target shooting. I guess it's fun to cream cans every once in a while, and it's good with that. It can hit the cans. Now we'll move to the Vantage 1200 177. This gun is very accurate. I would say this is more of a hunting rifle. Pest control, I guess you could go ahead and put it off and say, well, if it can hunt, then it can do pest control, which it can. But this gun I would take hunting, because this gun will hit the head of a rabbit or the head of a squirrel at 30, 40, or 50 yards. So you don't have to worry about spoiling the meat if you're going to go hunting with it. Now, this one, Gamo Varmint Hunter, much lighter, much easier to cock. The cocking effort's very close, but to break this one, you can just go like that, and it's open already. So that kind of contributes to a little bit of stealth. Not much, but a little. This one, you really have to pop that barrel to get it open. So one trick I've learned, you go like that, you brace it, and then you hit it right there, right in the joint, while pulling the barrel towards you, and then you can just pull it the rest of the way, because that'll open it. The Varmint Hunter, I'll step back a little so you can see, the Varmint Hunter is also shorter, so that contributes to a little bit of maneuverability. Yeah, that's mostly it. Again, the stock is all-weather synthetic. It's much lighter. It doesn't feel hollow at all. It feels nice and steady and firm. Obviously, this is wood, which is perfectly fine because it's not hollow. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to break on you or anything. But they're both very good guns for what they're meant for doing.